What would you say is the main job of a bra? To my mind, it's to lift and separate the breasts. That's its main job. Secondary to that is to give a desired shape, whether it's sort of a pointy shape or a rounded shape, whatever you want. So, out of the three main types of bra, the underwire, the wire-free and the bralette, let's have a look and see how each of those styles accomplishes that main job. Right, so we'll start off with the underwire bra. It's probably the most popular ready-to-wear and homemade, for want of a better expression, handmade style of bra that there is. So we'll look at that first of all. Let's pop these out of the way and have a look at this one. So this is an underwired bra. It's the classic style pattern with a bit of lace adornment happening there on the cups to make it pretty. So straight away you can see that this is where the underwire sits. So how does an underwired bra, excuse the fact this is not matching, this is a display bra, nobody ever sees the back of it. In fact, I'll show you on a different bra that's a bit bigger. There we go. Let's move that. Let's have a look here. Okie dokie. So in this underwired bra, the support comes from the back band and the wires combined. And it really, truly is a feat of engineering. You have to get the components correct, otherwise it's not going to work. So let's look first of all at the back band. You need tension in the back band that works with the wires, usually metal. To my mind, metal wires are the best. It works together to give the structure that you need and the support. So the back band, first of all, needs to be under tension when it's being worn. Not obviously tight, but just tensed like that. And so in the back band, you need some decent power net fabric. Try not to get power mesh, because it's usually just not strong enough to do the job. What you want is something that stretches, but also has really good recovery. In other words, you're stretching it and all the time it's wanting to go back to its original size. And when it goes back, it's exactly the same. It doesn't go back a little bit less or anything like that. It goes straight back to the right size. And if you don't have a strong enough fabric, or sometimes, as I've done, if you put your power net the wrong way up, you end up with it's too loose. And when the band is too loose, it doesn't give enough tension to the wires to make the thing stay up, and the whole structure fails. So part of that is the fabric that you use for the back band, and part of that is the size. If your bra is too big for you and there's not enough tension in the back, then it won't keep everything up. Everything's going to want to keep tipping forward, and you're going to end up with your boobs around your waist, which is not a good look for anybody. The other thing is that the wires encapsulate the breasts completely, which is what encapsulate means, completely cover the breasts with fabric and keep them separate. So you have the bridge section here, and the wires come up to there to a greater or lesser extent, depending on the size of the bra. But the breasts are two separate entities here, like this. The other thing to remember about an underwired bra is that this is the only style of bra that can be designed to be strapless, because the band and the wires together are a self-supporting structure, more or less. Okay, you're never going to get a strapless wire-free bra, for example. Okay, lots of people don't like underwires for one reason or another. Usually it's because their only experience has been with ready-to-wear, and they find that the wires dig in under the armpits or in the centre here. Sometimes they pop out at the centre, and they're generally uncomfortable. This is almost certainly because the wires are not the correct size for their body. The wires obviously fit into the bra, but they may not be the right size wire for that person. We're going to talk a lot more about wire sizing and so on later on in the series. But this is definitely an issue, and this is why people say, I can't wait to get home and get my bra off. At least I assume that's why they're saying it, because it's uncomfortable. they might have other plans that nothing to do with me. So if you don't like wires, there is a hack that you could try. And that is, let's have a look at the red bra again, move that out of the way. And that is that you can make an underwired style bra, but just don't put the wire in. Okay, so in this bra, this side has the wire in it. This side doesn't, but it is constructed the same. It's still got the channeling in it, just the same, because you do need something to define under the breast and to support under the breast a little bit. So the styling is kind of the same. It's not going to do quite the same job, obviously, because if it were going to, nobody would bother to put wires in their bras. But here you can see, I think, the difference in that the cup here is quite sort of perky and sits up and has quite a lot of projection because the wire is forcing the fabric inwards and outwards. This one, obviously, it doesn't do that. It's not pushing it inwards. It's not quite such a clearly defined shape, but it is going without the wire. If you find that that style or that doesn't work for you, or it's simply not what you want, another option is, the second option is the wire-free bra. Now this is the Ingrid style bra. The thing about it is that if you're not having wires to give you the structure, you have to replace the wires with something else. And the only thing you can replace it with is more fabric. And so by their very nature, wire-free bras give a lot more coverage than the underwired type. And with the best will in the world, it can't be styled in quite the same way. You can't use, for example, sheer fabrics and dainty lace. That's not to say that you can't make it pretty. Obviously, you can still use lace and so on in the bra, but the structure of it means that it's not going to be quite as, shall we say, alluring as an underwired bra. And that's because one of the most noticeable things, I think, is that the bridge is quite deep. You haven't got wires that could only come up to here that would support the rest of it. It has to all be supported by fabric. So the section at the side is quite wide here. Bearing in mind this is quite a small bra. It's only sort of about a 36 maybe C cup. So it's quite small, but it's got quite a wide side section here. The underarm section does come up quite high. The cup comes fully up to the top of the breast, so the whole of the breast mound is encompassed in fabric. The straps, one of the things I actually like about the Ingrid is that these straps are designed to be padded, because the straps in a wire-free bra have to have a bit more responsibility than the straps in an underwired bra. Therefore, it's a bit wider and you've got the padding to give some extra support. The back band's the same. You still need power net in the back. You still need it to have some tension to fit round you and be supportive. But also one other thing is that underneath the cups, the band is wider than on a wire-free, an underwired bra. An underwired bra, for example, could be a partial band, so there is no fabric underneath the cups. But you couldn't possibly do that with this because you need that extra fabric. So the other thing about the Ingrid and I like is that this section in the middle is also power net. Okay, so you need fabric in here, but you also need some flexibility. If this was kind of solid fabric, it would be quite uncomfortable to wear. As you kind of move your shoulders from side to side, for example, the bra wouldn't move with it in quite the same way. So this is nice. It gives a bit of aeration between the breasts, because that's another thing with a wire-free bra. You won't get the same separation between the breasts as you do with an underwired bra. Because with the best will in the world, you're not going to, and somebody's going to tell me, yes, you can, and that's fine. If you've got a wire-free pattern and it works for you, then that's absolutely fine. But I haven't experienced it because you cannot get the fabric to sit flat in between the breasts without some persuasion from an underwire. And so because of that, you can get a little bit sort of dewy in between the breasts there. So the fact that the Ingrid has got power nets in the centre gives you a bit of air circulation. It also means that you can have this as a front fastening bra. And in fact, I've recently made 2 maternity sleep bras in this Ingrid style, using a double layer of bamboo jersey and with a centre front hook and eye fastening. It's actually for my daughter, so that she can sleep in the bra, she can get some support for her breasts, and she doesn't have to worry about lying on her back and getting hooks and eyes digging in her. So a front fastening bra is quite good. So another thing that you can use a wire-free bra for is that you can adapt it to be a sports bra. And I've seen several Ingrid sports bra adaptations that look really quite pretty and quite supportive. You can do that by changing the back into a racer style back with power net, and you can add these sort of 1.5 wide plush waistband elastic along the bottom to give more support against the rib cage underneath the breasts, and that could be quite good. So more fabric and more coverage, but also more versatility. So that's that. And now the last type we're going to look at is a bralette. Okay, now traditionally, well, I say traditionally, up until relatively recently, bralettes were kind of either a teenage kind of thing, or they were great for small pert breasts, just providing a bit of coverage. Usually they were lacy, very delicate sort of confections. But these days they can be a bit more substantial, such as the Sweet 16 bralette pattern that we have. Comes in larger sizes. In fact, this particular one is the largest size that the pattern comes in. So you can see it is quite substantial, even though it's still a fairly simple design of a bralette. Okay, it hasn't got lots of cup sections. It's really got, the cup is in just 2 parts with vertical seam, generally speaking. So again, it's very versatile. This one I've made into a sports, or rather an exercise type bra. I've made it from scuba. I've lined it with cut and sew foam, and then I've got wicker ball cotton lining on the inside, and I've put a racer back that I was just mentioning in here as well. So you can make it much more kind of versatile, again, as I say, than an underwired bra. So what was I going to say? I can't remember. Yes, so this type of adaptation is more suitable for exercising. If you want to do running, then an Ingrid adaptation would be better, I think. It would be a bit more supportive. But I have to say that I'm no expert, because I don't do running or really exercising for that matter. But the one thing I do know is that if you're going to do a sports bra, then you want it to be supportive rather than just constricting. I think lots of ready-to-wear sports bras are really kind of just like a big elastic band to constrict your breasts against your chest rather than to give support. But you can also convert a bralette into a sleep bra, maternity sleep bra, and I've also seen it done as a nursing bra with nursing clips, so that you can take these cups down. So again, really versatile. So hopefully this little walkthrough of the main bra types will help to guide you towards the kind of bra pattern that you think you're looking for, and so that you'll end up with the kind of bra that you're hoping to be able to make. Hope you liked this video. If you have, then please give it a like, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you at the next video. Thank you.